Hello, everyone. This is Bukeka Style, and I'm excited because we have an onstage interview that we recorded last week. It was a very impromptu experience, but I want to tell you why. Our team lead in Makurdi, Nigeria, head of the Impact Factory, Samuel Ikande, wanted to have an on-stage interview with Dr. Samuel Abah, who would come by the offices to see what was occurring. And so, in that excitement and impromptu moment, he asked if we could do an on-stage interview, which I gladly agreed to. So, let me tell you about our guest on our next on-stage interview that you'll see shortly. This is Dr. Samuel Abah. He is an exciting author, consultant, trainer, manufacturer, public speaker, and the team lead of Grassroots Africa, an organization focused on community development and youth mentorship in Nigeria. Dr. Abah's professional journey also includes a history as a broadcaster and newscaster. He is deeply involved in initiatives designed to empowering young people, promoting leadership and development, and fostering entrepreneurial skills in local African communities. He believes that if you tap into the talents of youth via economic models where youth will be aided to access microloans and set up microprocessing firms, they can be successful. So thank you, everyone, and help me to welcome Dr. Samuel Abah. Well, hello everyone. My name is Bukeka. You know me by Bukeka Style. I'm here on stage on Fave Unite TV, and we have an amazing episode that is about to start right now. I have two incredible individuals chiming in all the way from Makurdi, Nigeria, from the Impact Factory. Let's give a round of applause to our two guests, Mr. Ikande Samuel and Mr. Sam Abba. Thank you so much for joining us today. Wow, so this is very, very special. So, first, I want to just give a shout out to Ikande Samuel. First of all, we know him well with Fave Unite TV because we are in partnership with this incredible organization that has started with the My Black Experience Challenge, which you guys are all familiar with. You saw all the incredible talent and creatives that came through there. And now we've been able to partner so that in Nigeria, they've been able to amplify all of that process. And now we have the Impact Factory. And so Samuel, thank you so much for being with us today. And I would love it if you would just give a formal introduction of the person, the wonderful individual that you have with you today.
Yes, we met today. Is an icon in Africa, not just in Benue. A lot of grassroots development. My mouth will not be okay to introduce him because he's from the early 70s making impact. So the question he's going to ask me when you begin with him on interviews is to make a difference on so where were you? And I'm not sure I was in my mother's womb.
But this is one young man we love his creativity, we love his agility, we love his humility, we love his versatility. And then, of course, when I saw his partnership with you, I knew something great was going to happen. And that's why I came on board with KTA and Fave Unite TV and everything that he's doing. Sam Abah is a man they call Mr. Simple Solutions. I love these simple things. Yeah, Mr. Simple Solutions, because Africa doesn't need complicated solutions. So we give simple solutions in every area of life, every area of development. I've been on television for a long time. I was on national television, on radio, in the print media. Then, of course, as the age of social media came, I also went on social media. So I am a core media person. I am a professional teacher, and I am a farmer. So I'm a teacher, a farmer, a broadcaster, a communications person, and I'm very much heavily involved in development issues. I'm the vice chairman of the umbrella body of NGOs, the non-governmental organizations. About 300 non-governmental organizations are under our umbrella. So we are involved in everything that has to do with development. And my heart is for development in Africa, particularly in Nigeria, and especially in this God-blessed state called Benue State. So that's some Abah for you. And of course, I'm an elder in the church. I'm a church person to the core from morning to night, every day. I have something about the gospel with me. That's why I love the Kingdom Talent Arena.
And before you progress far on that note, everything that has to do with Africa is rising and why Benue attention. This is the right man to play the air.
Wow. Well, it's an absolute honor to have you on our programs, Sam. And the part that I want you to know about me is that I'm excited, especially because this is Nigeria. I did my ancestry DNA and had 28% come back Nigerian. My
Wow.
middle name is Bosede. I chose that name, which means born on Sunday because I was born on Sunday, which is Yoruba. So I am just really very, 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 very honored for
Wow.
this moment. So I would like to start out by asking you about uh, grassroots Africa, correct? And
Yeah.
what is it that is what is it that that organization is the most on your heart to share with people? I love that it's the title of it, grassroots, doing those things from the ground level. So what is the most passionate aspect about that program that you'd like to share with us on stage?
Development, developing people, developing organizations, developing governments, one level, one person, one organization, one government at a time, but particularly taking it from the bottom and going up. That's why we're grassroots and we're Africa. And we work with the smallest person you can think about, the smallest. My organization can hold a training program for one person, and we can hold the same training program for 1,000 or 10,000 people. And we love the people at the grassroots because that is where the wealth of Africa is. So we focus a lot of attention on rural areas, on local governments, and on state governments. And we love doing activities with, like the international organizations. We've done work for UNDP, United Nations Development Program, DFID, ILO, PATS, and organizations like that come into Africa, UNICEF and the rest, that do things for our people. But my concern and the concern of my organization is how to get into these using simple solutions. We call it little explosive ideas born on the wings of passionate, positive partnership. That's what we do at every little level. We believe that if the bottom level of Africa, the lower bottom is taken care of, the top can go wherever they want to go. Because in most cases in Africa, the top doesn't help Africa. It's people at the bottom. We are left for these people and they have to fend for themselves. So we work on human development, human resource development at the bottom. We train young people, we inspire them, we equip them, particularly the small, and medium enterprises. Services that help people to start with barely nothing. When I started my business, I didn't have one kobo or $1 from any organization. It was purely my intellect, my skill, bare hands. I left the government and just went into the field and said, here I am, I'm Sam Abah, and I can render these services. And that is how I started making money from zero. And so I teach young people how to start from zero. I call it the strategy of beginning from zero. When you say you have nothing, yeah, the strategy of beginning from zero, and I teach that. And I have a concept I teach, which is the angry, hungry, con-free. You are angry about your situation. You are hungry to make a change, but you are con-free. There's no con in you, no criminality, no wayo, no tricks. They have angry, hungry, con-free strategy for African young people, including even the African seniors, those who retire from government, have nothing to do. Today alone, this day, I've met with several people, and one of them is a professor. He retired from service, and he's really not too sure of what he needs to do. He's retired. And I took time to let him know, look, you're a professor, you are retired, but you are not tired. So this is the way to go. This is how you can use your knowledge. He was basically stranded as a senior. So there are people stranded after 60 years, 70 years stranded, and they are stranded at 18 years, 20 years, 30 years stranded. So we fill the spectrum from below right to the top, making sure that you have simple solutions to get it, to have their good livelihood, make maximum use of the resources and the potential we have in Africa. I know Benue State, it has the highest potential in Africa. That's why they call us the food basket of the nation.
I've got goosebumps. I've got goosebumps because as you were speaking about the young people, I thought, this is something for those who are older as well, particularly in economic states as they are at this time. People are having to reset in the middle of their lives. People are having to reset when they're thinking that it's time to retire, and they're like, I can't retire right now. I've got to still do something. And you have just laid out the process so beautifully. I cannot wait to share this on our platform. When it comes to though with young people, and there seems there seems to be such a disconnect sometimes. Now, I am in the US, and so there's a totally different, I think, mindset that's taking place. And I'm not saying that it's good. I'm saying that we have a lot of young people over here who act like the world should just bow to their feet, that they're very entitled. They have very little appreciation and gratitude for what has been given to them just from their parents. What would you say to but I'm sure that that's a global thing, if that's not just something that is impacted here in the US. I think that's a kind of global thing a lot of times because of technology. How that kind of shapes and forms young people's minds. So what would you say to, even the young teens, the preteens, as far as getting themselves prepared for being a responsible adult, or a responsible young adult?
Yeah, the thing is personal pride. Another name for that is self-esteem. The moment you build in a young person self-esteem, everything changes. So when I meet with them, I tell them, look, you have a life to live. You are unique. There's no copy. You are not a photocopy. There's no other copy of you in the whole world. And then I tell them my story. I'm the son of a farmer from a village, and I know how I came up with bare hands. I saw what my father did, and I saw what my mother did, and I saw how I came up. I saw the way they looked at me. And when my father looks at me, I say, son, you become somebody good. And I see the excitement in his eyes. I say, wow, so I achieved something. So we need to let these young ones know that we are expecting a lot from them, because they are already a lot. The mere fact that you were born, you are a lot. And the mere fact that you've gone to school, you have some education, you are a lot. And every child, every young person has something unique. There is uniqueness with every person. So the moment we project the fact that you are unique, and then we give them opportunities to display this uniqueness at a very young age, you find out they begin to run. When you have approval, you have reward, you have commendation at the early stage, you move very fast.
Thank you for watching On Stage on Fave Unite TV. If you're new to Fave Unite TV and you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a comment below, give us a thumbs up, and share it with your friends. If you'd like to see more content from Fave Unite TV, go ahead and subscribe. We're here for Black stories and Black storytellers. We're showcasing the culture on Fave Unite TV.